I'm back, finally, after a few weeks, and I'm back today to review another Codger blend. So we're gonna get into it a little bit because I have a little bit of history as well. Some interesting stuff I found just in 15 minutes of googling. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it a little bit. So what we're reviewing today is Sir Walter Raleigh. Um, I think mostly Virginia burley, a little bit of the anise topping, and I had seen somewhere a little bit of a molasses topping. Um, but first, the history. So I got some notes here, a little bit written down. So I'm gonna go with what I found from Pipes Magazine first. There wasn't a ton of history, um, and there seemed to be a lot of like kind of stories that followed the same path generally or the same direction, but little inconsistencies, right, between details. So what Pipes Magazine had was um, that Sir Francis Drake introduced Walter Raleigh to tobacco in 1578. Um, and that at that point, Walter Raleigh got real interested in tobacco, went to America in the 1580s, um, and brought back, I guess, a large amount back to England in around 1586. Before that time, tobacco was more or less um, reserved for, specific individuals, really wealthy people, royalty, things like that. Um, but it seems like Walter Raleigh is credited as being like the first like mass importer of tobacco back to England and Europe. It was also reported that Walter Raleigh convinced the Queen to smoke a pipe in 1600. I think Queen Elizabeth. So that's kind of interesting. Another article I found said that he came to America in the late 1500s and that he was wanting to chart the New World, and that he was introduced to smoking tobacco by Native Americans and fell in love with it. And once again, like I said, he's largely credited with bringing tobacco back to Europe. Um, at that time, I think they were using the long stem clay pipes in Europe to smoke tobacco. I believe that's what Francis Drake introduced to Walter Raleigh. And then, however, the Native Americans, I'm sure they had some sort of, you know, homemade pipes or smoking devices they were using. For the actual tobacco itself, like I said, Virginia burley mainly, and with a little bit of a topping, a little bit of an anise or molasses and or molasses topping. Production started in 1927, and from what I could see, and it's been produced by STG or Scandinavian Tobacco Group since about 2000. So a little bit of history of it and a little bit on it there. As far as I can tell, it's like one of the more widespread uh, drugstore, over-the-counter Codger blends. With like Captain Jack and all, or Captain Jack, Captain Black, and some of those other ones like that. So if I look a little orange, I apologize. It's because I have the umbrella out and it's orange. So sorry if I look a little extra orange. I'm not doing some weird spray tanning or anything. Yeah. So yeah, I've been busy. Busy with work. There was 2 weeks in a row where I was working out of town. One for almost the whole week, another for a few days. Um, I've been working on some load development for some rifles. I've got a couple rifles that I am trying to develop new loads for. A buddy of mine has a rifle I'm helping him out with, and then my dad has a rifle I'm helping him with. So it's been real busy with that kind of stuff, plus, wife, kid, everything else, parties, whatever else we got to do. It was okay because when I started doing this stuff, I didn't want to put myself on a schedule. I didn't want to say I'm going to do this many videos a month or week or whatever. I just decided, if I'm feeling like making a video or I got some time and I want to make a video, I'm going to make a video. That's kind of going to be what it is. It's going to be just for fun at first, and see, how it goes. Most people that do the pipe videos, we pretty much all just do it for fun. So there's no, which is kind of nice because it's not like a job. There's no expectation that you got to do this or that or whatever. It's just, when you can do it and time allows and family allows and job allows and everything else allows, you can, share your thoughts on tobacco or pipes or whatever. I did have some thoughts on the Chicago Pipe Show, which was this last weekend, I believe. I didn't go. I've never been to the Chicago Pipe Show. In fact, I've never been to a pipe show. Which is, it's kind of funny. I've always wanted to go. There's been a couple I've almost gone to the West Coast Pipe Show a couple times because it's probably the biggest one that's the closest to me. And then for whatever reason didn't go. Last year I was set to go. I had requested time off work where I thought it was going to be. I had, made some arrangements and then it didn't end up happening. So I was kind of bummed about that, but I did hear that Brian Levine is, and I don't remember the name of the other. I don't remember who the other guy is, but there's Brian Levine and a couple other people are putting together the West Coast Pipe Show again, hopefully for this year, 2022. So I've kind of already decided I need to do everything I can to go to that. It's I don't have to fly. I can drive. It's pretty easy. It may be cheaper to fly. I got to wait and see. When it comes around, but I'm really looking forward to that. I was having some severe issues with missing out when I'm looking, scrolling through Instagram or something like that and seeing people at the pipe show and talking and all this kind of stuff, and it just seems like a good time, and I always really like going to gun shows, looking around, talking to people, but even then sometimes people at gun shows are more standoffish, I feel like, than people at pipe shows, which is kind of funny, but until you get to know people and that kind of thing, sometimes gun shows, some of the vendors, some of the people, whoever can be kind of standoffish, but I would imagine that the pipe shows aren't like that at all. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully I can go to that. And I was thinking about, I know a lot of people make videos on it and this and that, but I was thinking I probably wouldn't, I don't know, unless there's someone very specific that I'm talking to that I'm like, hey, do you want to talk and make a video? Want to talk about pipes or something like that? But I don't know. That's not really why I started this channel, to interview people or to be part of, that. I don't know. I guess it would have to be a very specific scenario for me to want to do that, and probably, I guess, the right person, the right conversation. But we'll see. This is kind of a nice change of pace. I've been smoking a lot of McBaron H&H Acadian Perique and a lot of Escudo. So during the summer months, I really ramp up my smoking of Virginias and Virginia Periques. Smoke very little tobacco with Latakia in it. Latakia is really more of a cold weather thing for me, but this is kind of a nice change of pace. I don't mind a little Latakia thing, especially like on a cooler night. Here where I live, it does get pretty cool at night, which is nice. It'll be 100, 105, 110, just a real stinker during the day. But, by 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, most of the time it's in the 50s or 60s. So occasionally, if I'm up and want to have a smoke, it's cold enough, I'll smoke some with Latakia. But yeah, I've been smoking a lot of the Virginia Periques recently. So this is kind of a nice change of pace. Some with a little flavor, some with a little burley. A lot of times with burleys, they kind of irritate my throat. I haven't gotten that with Sir Walter Raleigh. I will say, I don't know what it is, but it's this the flavor of this tobacco is a little musty. I think that sometimes is burleys. They can come off in my, to me, they come off a little bit musty sometimes. That kind of like nutty earthiness, that sort of more drier flavor can be kind of, I don't know if musty is the right word, but like kind of just a little off flavor, a little off putting. It's just sort of like a bitter, like that, like a bitter nut, you know, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And I'm getting a little bit of that. Other than that, the Virginias seem to be nice. The topping isn't overpowering. It's just a little bit there. I would prefer without the anise. I don't really like the anise flavoring. I think I've said that before. I kind of put up with it in some of the other ones I've tried in the past, the other Codger blends I've tried in the past, but I'm noticing a theme with some of these Codger blends that there's a lot of the anise flavoring. Like I'm trying to think, Velvet had that. What was the other ones? Now I'm drawing a blank. Velvet was the one I remember for sure had that anise flavoring, and it's just, it's good tobacco, it's good this and that, but I don't know. The anise must have been a much more popular flavor, 50, 80, 100 years ago, and people must have really loved it because it seems to be on a lot of those Codger blends that were produced, in those times. I really like the picture of Sir Walter Raleigh. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I really like that picture. If I was a tattoo guy, I would probably think about getting that tattooed somewhere on me because I think it's just really cool looking, with the pipe and the smoke and things like that. It's kind of a cool, especially if I was a tattoo guy and I really, really love Sir Walter Raleigh tobacco. That'd be kind of a cool tattoo. I'm sure someone has it. So I think with the Codger blends with Sir Walter Raleigh, where it falls with me is probably going to be little bit further down the order, simply because some of the Codger blends I've tried, I just really like. The well, I like better than Sir Walter Raleigh. I liked. I think I like Captain Black. The original Captain Black. I think I would rather smoke the original Captain Black than the Sir Walter Raleigh, and I think it's just because of the anise. So if you like Velvet, if you like that anise, if you like things like that, this may be right up, but maybe Velvet's a little bit too strong, or some other Codger blend has got a little bit too much. You like it, but you don't like it that much. I think try Sir Walter Raleigh and see what you think of that, and you could really it could really be for you. I think I'll probably smoke a few more bowls out of this pouch, but honestly, I'm kind of thinking about giving it away. So try to be honest with yourself. If you tried Sir Walter Raleigh, don't comment, or you can comment that you've tried it, that you liked it. If you've never tried Sir Walter Raleigh, leave a comment down below that you have never tried Sir Walter Raleigh, and the first person I see to comment, or if I see multiple people at one time comment that they've never tried it, I'll just pick somebody and I'll send it out to you. So yeah, leave a comment down below if you'd like to try Sir Walter Raleigh, that you have not ever smoked it, and I'll get it out to you, and you can see what you think about it. final verdict is I don't think it's for me. It's not a throwaway. It's not a, you know, buy every pouch and throw all of them away so no one ever has to smoke it. It's not that. It's just not really for me. It's just not really. It's not really hitting. Um, and I feel like I could pretty confidently say that it wouldn't ever really hit for me. There may be a time where it really hits the spot, but I don't think so. Anyway, if you've never tried Sir Walter Raleigh, you want to give it a shot, leave a comment down below. I'll pick somebody out. I'll respond to your comment with my email, and then we'll go from there. See if we can get it out to you. I will say, try to, you know, if this is pretty much just for people in the continental United States, and that's mainly just because it costs me money to send it out, and sending stuff to Canada, tobacco to Canada, stuff like that. It's just, it gets expensive and weird, and I got to, you know, you got to fill out customs forms, and it's kind of a big deal. And I don't. So I don't really want to deal with that right now, just for one little pouch of tobacco. You know, if I do something bigger in the future, then, you know, maybe we'll figure that out. But just for a little pouch, let's try to keep it continental U.S. if you can. Sorry, anybody that's not in the continental U.S. I know, I apologize. And it just kind of is what it is. So that's it for me for now. And thank you guys for stopping in, for watching the video. Hope you guys like the video. Hope you like the outside. It was just too beautiful of a day to not hang out outside. So um, I figured why not, you know? All right, adios.